So, welcome. Small talk. Well, it's called small talk because I want the pieces to talk to each other. And they're so different, from the abstracts to the realism. But this is basically the last year, 1 year. It's not entirely true because some are 2 or even 3 years old. This one's 2 years old. But the majority of them are from this year, all the meditators. Yeah. And I plan to continue all of these portraits, the meditators, the swirly design. I want to do one of these like 6 times as big, and it'll take me an entire year to finish it. But big Tesla, and he's not quite finished. I think I just have to finish the hair. There's a little bit with the ear and the eyes, but yeah, probably that one. The abstracts, they're much quicker to paint because some of those, you hit it once in a while. You just hit it with the colors, the composition, and it's, success meeting.
Mm-hmm.
You're not just going to stop on a portrait. It's like you're going to continue until it's just right. So, this one that I'm working on still. Actually, I'm not working on it. Last night I touched up a little bit. I just wanted to do a couple things to it, and I think it worked. But this is Goldfield. This is the view basically from my house, the place where Zach and I lived while we're doing the car forest, looking out over Goldfield. As far as the story, really it was a snapshot, but this painting I've worked on for like years now, trying to figure out what I'm doing, because at the time when I started this, I was totally new to landscape painting. I mean, I had done it before, but not seriously. So ever since then, I've been trying to get a handle on this painting. It was too bright when it first started. It looked more like the jungle than the desert. So I had to tone it down to make it look more like the desert. Still has color, from the mystical sky, like where's the sun coming from? That's kind of how I felt on this one. I wanted it to be like, is this, morning? Is this a storm rolling in, or what's going on? And so ambiguous, that's the word. It's scary, but I want to go fishbowl across the country. It's scary because I have no money, and it's not exactly a money-making endeavor. It's kind of an investment as far as my career, because I want to get some notoriety. So going across the country, yeah. Unfortunately, I'll probably have to take some time off painting big canvases anyway. I'll probably be able to paint small ones on the road, not big ones. But even that is kind of difficult because each location that I'm at has different constraints for painting, which here has been like a dream to paint in this space. I mean, it's wide open. I can paint all night long, so, in the future, I don't know if I can do that in every location. So that's kind of part of fishbowling for me, that I'm gonna keep up a creative flow, but I have restraints that I have to adhere to. What's the word? I've got to, what's the word I'm trying
Compromise?
to adapt.
Adapt.
Yeah, adaptation.
So you've done some fishbowling in town. Is that something you're thinking of getting started with maybe this summer?
Fishbowling?
Yeah.
No more in town. I did it in LA. I think that's the only other place that I fishbowl besides Reno. But that's what I mean, on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe here for a while, potentially, as far as like months. I could stay here as long as 2 months. Something like that, and then move on. But I think I want to try to raise some money, at least make connections in other cities with other artists and poets and whatever. creative, neighborhoods. This is from a series of night photos, not a series, but different artists, different photographers come to the car forest to take night photography. So Eric Reif was one of the first people that came out there and shot it, and this is one of his shots from years later, or a year later. But anyway, so Eric and I ended up, forming a friendship. He's in San Diego. Well, he's doing a documentary now on the car forest. So it's he's so meticulous that I know it's going to turn out well. He's extremely artistic. I mean, he's been a photographer for decades, shooting bands and stuff, and now he's getting into night photography, and now he's doing this documentary. So it's not even like painting where you have all these materials. You have nothing, except a camera. You walk into a place and you start talking to somebody, and it's very social. In the videos, it's the same thing because you can say a lot with video. You could make fun of somebody, which I do often. People don't always like that. They don't have a sense of humor, or self-deprecation's not cool with them. they don't like it, but you can do a lot with video. You can make somebody look glamorous, or you can make them look silly or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
It's true.
But are you going to do that with me?
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Silly, not glamorous. Is my hair okay?